All right, everyone. Well, welcome to the Great Discovery. It's February 3rd, 2023. Tim Taylor here, co-CEO. Hope you guys are having a great day. It is exciting out here. Oh my gosh. We are moving into phase three with the Great Discovery. You've heard us talking a little bit about it. And tonight we're going to kind of lay it out because it's a big shift. We went through a lot of it on Discovery Saturday. How many of you, show of hands out there, put up in the chat box, say, I was in Discovery Saturday, put it in the chat and let us know. I think that was one and some epic sessions that we went through on there. All of those replays are available in the video on demand or the video archive that's in your events tab on your website. If you haven't checked that out lately, take a good look at it. There is so much cool stuff. We've got every training, everything that's come up, whether it's Bree's course, whether it's anybody's session, Alex's, anyone else's, James, whoever is doing live sessions. I know we got Dr. Ivanka, we've got Will, everybody doing live sessions. They're all up there in the archive. There's also a lot of the trainings that are up there. If you missed anything, you can send it. You can also share those links with other people. If you've got some prospects or clients or customers that you want to get this out to, it's a great option to do that. So tonight, what we're going to be doing, we're going to be walking through some stuff bit by bit. I'm going to jump right into it tonight. And then at the end of this session, as most of you know, we also got Dr. Monica Hinton is going to be doing her spotlight on superhero stuff. So I think it's going to be absolutely epic. If you're just coming on, you know anybody, if you know Dr. Monica, you got to check her out. This is going to be amazing. She's got some fantastic course content up here that you guys are going to take a look at. But let's jump right in with our co-CEO, the beautiful, smart one. That is Sandra Harry, our co-CEO. Sandra, you want to take it away, and let's start off with your tax preparation stuff. We put the nasty stuff up first, so
I don't know if it's
we'll give her the hard stuff to deal with. But there you go, Sandra.
well, I don't know if it's nasty. Making money is always a good thing. It's reporting it to the IRS and paying those darn taxes is what's not so fun, right? Well, if all of you know, if you had earned over $600 in the calendar year of 2024, per the IRS, this is for U.S. Residents only. If you are outside of the U.S., it does not pertain to you at all. We don't have to do any reporting to any international folks. But if you're in the US and you earned over $600, then you will receive what we call a 1099 NEC. Okay, that's a non-employee compensation NEC. It is no longer a 1099 miscellaneous. They do still have those, but your income is now considered the 1099 NEC. So if you earned over $600 in the calendar year of 2024, you would have received an email last week, and it would have came from a company called Tax 99, okay? And it would have talked about having your 1099 NEC, and it gives you instructions on how to go into and log into the portal and get your 1099 and download it so that you can report it to the IRS. Now, another thing that I want to point out, we have a couple different companies in the structure of how we built our entities, okay? So we have a company that is called Six Sigma Social Inc., and it is an Inc. We also refer to that as S3, okay, Six Sigma Social. So the 1099 NEC actually is from Six Sigma Social because Six Sigma Social is the agent for the Great Discovery LLC. It's just all a bunch of business terms and entity terms, and that's how we structured everything. But that is the name of the company that you will see your income, your 1099 NEC reported from, okay? So any questions on that, please, you can email support or contact me. I can help you with that. If you can't find it, you need a copy of it, we can prepare that. We can get that for you, okay? All right, so what is on next, Tim? I didn't really prep much for the slides. Oh, breaking news. Okay, well, the back office platform updates. I'll start with this and then I will pass it over to Tim because there's a lot here. So first off, as you know, we talked about this over the last week or so, the last couple weeks, we are making a lot of upgrades to the platform right now. Not just the website. Tim's going to talk about some of the website changes and the refocus that we're going phase three, but what we are doing on the back end is giving the whole back end a lift. So we are going to have some great new technology. You guys should be untouched. You shouldn't notice of any changes. It should not affect your daily processing. If we do anticipate having any downtime, we will let you know, but that will be going on over the next 2 weeks. So that's going to be all behind the scenes. Tim's going to talk about what's going to be happening in front of the scenes. But I want to share one other thing with you guys real quick, okay? We have been slowly migrating over. You guys know we have the CS4000, your affiliate back office that goes over to the CS4000 where all your commissions and your earnings and everything are. And then we have this portal, which is your learning management system, the LMS. We're slowly migrating things over here. We want to eventually have one system one day and not be linking systems, okay? That causes complexity. So what we've done is, in order to manage your subscriptions now, because now we have the old AI, the old Genius Club, we got the new AI Genius Clubs, we have channels and you have channel memberships. Where do you go to manage all that stuff, right? Well, if you hover over your little name here and you go to My Account, okay, and customer support has all this information, they can help you. And you go to subscriptions right here, okay, if I click there, it will show all of your subscriptions here, and you can click manage and you can manage them here. Okay, I'm not going to go through and cancel mine, but you can update your credit card, you can cancel it. So you'll be able to manage all of your auto ships all in one page, all nice and tidy. It's really, really great. So as I said, slowly we're moving functionality over to the LMS. So you guys are just going to one place. So now you will no longer be able to go to your affiliate back office here, which is where all your commissions and stuff are. Sorry, guys, I was not logged in correctly. Get back over there. So the auto ship management is now been removed here. You see how the Genius Club is no longer here. You cannot manage your auto ship from your affiliate back office. This is mainly for you to go see where you're at with your qualifications. Are you active? How many commissions have you earned? And all that good stuff. Okay, so I will go ahead and turn it back over to Tim.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Sandra. I appreciate that. Great job as always. We are going to, with a great discovery, we've been through multiple different phases. Some of you, how many of you were here from March of 2023? Anybody out there? A few of you out there. Great. Congratulations. Thanks for sticking it through. Then, that was when we first rolled out with the Great Discovery course, our cornerstone Six Sigma based course for everybody. We've got it for kids, we got it for teens, we got it for everyone else. And for us, it is a pivotal course that actually transforms performance, yours, ours, everyone that we run through. It is an amazing course. Going from there, we went into phase 2, which was really launching the e-learning platform, and did the soft launch of that in March of 2024, just last year. At that time, we started furiously onboarding courses. How many of you are course creators out there? Put your hand up and put a yay in the chat for course creators. Way to go, guys. And as bringing those initial courses on, getting things up and continuously organized, rolling out the channels, more things. It's all about supporting courses, streamlining that onboarding process, getting coaching and tools and things all ready for you as course creators. But during phase 2, many of you know, we probably didn't sell a whole lot of courses. Why? Because we didn't get to that part yet. It was all about bringing on and equipping you as course creators. That's why we had some of these screaming deals that were on last night, to make it really easy for you to get unlimited lifetime onboarding with the Great Discovery. Some things you can't get anywhere else, and you are early adopters. So pat yourself on the back for that. That is fabulous. Congratulations. Phase 3 is where the rubber hits the road. This is where we're transitioning everything over to primarily reaching retail customers, learners for your courses. That's where people are going to we're driving subscriptions and different engagement with affiliates, with a whole suite of new tools to really get this out. This is where your volume goes from finding a couple of creators that are coming on and working hard to onboard their courses, which doesn't really do you much in the way of sales. But what it does do is brings on new content for this particular phase of where we are. And we have got some amazing content. like I said, you're going to be hearing from Dr. Monica Hinton tonight. She's got courses up, so many great courses on the Great Discovery platform. It's really, really cool. But let's go through and look at what some of the actual priorities are for the Great Discovery in this phase 3, and what we're going to be looking into. Our phase 3 focus and objectives are going to be these. We're focusing on reaching new learners. Expressly, number 1, top of the list, it's all about empowering humanity with knowledge. That's our mission. Now, we've been building the machine. You've been part of us, working with us to build this, to accomplish what we expect is going to be a life-changing experience for millions of people as we get this up and going. So focusing on new learners and using different tactics, and we're continuing to roll those out through this phase, which will probably go on for about a year until we get to the next. We're going to be focusing on exponential growth in the number of active affiliates worldwide. Now, again, before we were originally focused on active creators, and that's great. Yet creators create. They're not usually there's some rare exceptions, but most creators are very much focusing on creating and educating and their baby, which is their knowledge that they want to get out to the world. So now we're going to start focusing much more on the affiliate side, since hence some of the things, the advent that you've seen in the AI Genius Club. Put in the chat if you love that. That is unlike anything else that's in the industry today. You can run any company with that entirely, from video creation to marketing to telephone content to accounting to LMS to CRMs to marketing funnels to everything that you could possibly think of. Your old graphic art department, writing a book, publishing your course, creating your course. It's all there in one thing, and you can get it for free by referring 3 others. And it's only $59 a month is most you could pay for it. That is an entry-level driver to help us draw in active affiliates worldwide. This is easy entry, and it's going really, really well. The third focus is going to be improving our website user experience. Remember, in the last phase, phase 2, pop quiz, what was it for? Primarily bringing on creators and some high-level affiliates, and that's what the website was. So we took a lot of information as we're pulling it all together, kind of put it all into one website. And when there's a lot there, there's a lot of confusion, and confused people don't do a lot, except the creators. The creators got through it. They understood. We got the people that we needed to get up and launch the Great Discovery platform, and we're on it. So now where we're going, let's start off with we're going to start with the product plan. Some of the new product deployments that are rolling out. One of the tools that's coming out is with channels. Channels, as you know, is our unique aspect and our way of taking creator content that may not necessarily be a one-time sale item, could be a podcast episode or a church sermon or a corporate training, something that may not be for sale to the general public, and enabling a way to be able to publish that in a unique custom branded environment where they can translate that material out into 147 languages, right? There's nothing else like it on the planet. We've got it. And it's like Spotify for the globe, right? And that's really what we're pulling together. Part of the functionality of that is the ability for creators to set multiple access subscriptions. What I mean by that is this: if someone's coming into your channel, you might want some of them to be coming in for free, have free access. That's a subscription. Some of the content in the channel you might want available with no access. In other words, it's global access. Anybody can come in. But then you might have another section of content that might be coaching or something that's a paid subscription or a paid purchase price. That's another level of access. And again, you can go on and add as many as you want, but the functionality is going into play. And most of these things are rolling out very quickly. Some of them will be alerting you as they're developed, as they're going into release, but they're all in process right now. So with these additional subscriptions, it allows you a much more simplified customer experience, and also the ability to really monetize your channel a lot better. So you can offer it's a complete one-stop shop that you have on the Great Discovery. And you can, the way that the look and feel of it will be, it can be almost as an extension of your website, what we call gray labeled. It will be your channel, your brand, your logo, powered by the Great Discovery underneath it, right? So you're not, people can access it directly from your website. And, you know, the people from the Great Discovery can get in, but they aren't going to be promoted out. Does that make sense? So it's all monetized, it's all set up, ready to go. The other thing is a simplified customer access. Now, most of you know the early adopters in the channels. You found that when someone's in there shopping on the channels, they've got a couple different hoops to jump through. Those will all be sorted out in the next day or two. So it's a much more streamlined customer access on the channel. Second, we're also deploying private creator Zoom functionality in the channel. What does that mean? So when you have a Zoom, if you have it embedded right in your channel, where does that keep it? Right in your channel, right where you can have your calls to action underneath the Zoom, right where you've got complete control. No one's out of your sight. They're on your unique environment where you want them. They're in your house, right? And that allows you to be able to market more effectively, train more effectively, and coordinate things more effectively by doing that. So the Zoom functionality, you'll be able to use your own Zoom. The Zoom function, you'll drop your own Zoom credentials in there and have access to it. You'll be able to run through it. It will also have translation functionality, live two-way translation. So the idea with it being, most of you know, if you're using the Genius Club, you have a translation extension that's available for you now. You can use it on the Great Discovery and soon on any place on the internet. You want to go watch news in Japan in Japanese and hear it in English, you can do it. You want to go listen to your favorite YouTube somewhere around the world and listen to it in your language, you can. You want to listen to anything on the Great Discovery website in local language or your other language for free, you can, as long as you have the Genius Club. So that's available. That same functionality will be embedded in the Zoom, where you as a creator have the ability to basically, you can have guests. They don't need a tool that they pay it. They download that tool when they log into your course. It gives you a monthly flat rate fee that's very affordable for them to be able to come in, and people can log in. They can listen to your presentation, your training, your session in any language, any of 41 languages in real time. And you can communicate both ways. So if you have Q&A from the audience or coaching from the audience, and they want to ask you a question, they speak Swahili and another one speaks German, and you speak English, you'll be able to understand and communicate with them directly, one-on-one, right through your Zoom in your channel. That's coming up really fast. It's about ready right now. Also, the shopping cart upsell functionality. Most of you know we have a lot of new features. The AI Genius Club is right up there. We've got channels are right up there. We've got new coaching services that are right up there. Soon you'll have your own coaching. If you're a creator, you want to offer your own coaching to go with it. All of these things, we need a little bit more efficiency in the customer experience. Remember, our phase 3 focus is bringing on more customers, bringing on more learners, and equipping them and communicating with them better. And so as people are checking out in the process, they'll just start seeing additional prompts and messaging and a little bit of intelligent logic to be able to help prompt people into the next step that's going to benefit them the most, right? If they, somebody's checking out for an affiliate or a creator pack, and they need to have they don't know about the channels, here's a prompt to be able to get a channel. Here's how you can do. You want to add that on right now, and you can get 3 and you're free, and it gives them right through it. So that's all coming up as well. Then when I talked about coaching, we're putting together a complete coaching offer where you'll be able to come on, or your customers will be able to come on if you bring on, say they're a creator. A lot of creators are really busy creating. That's one of the things that we're learning. And not everyone has time or the inclination to go and spend a lot of time in onboarding and structuring and working through a funnel to create more sales and get it done just right. Or they may not have the skill and they don't have time to learn it, right? So we have the ability to hire coaches, and the coaches will be at a flat rate. You can do it through tokens and use these coaches, and they'll be able to do everything from assisting you with creating your course to laying out your funnel, to your onboarding, to your translation, to just about everything needed. We're also rolling out a certified certification program so that if you want to be a coach, you can as well. So you'll be able to coach in this area. I know we've got some great people that are on the field out there that are excellent in creating magnificent courses. And so if you're interested and you want to provide some of your coaching services to clients that come on that really need some help in taking their great concept that they have up here in their mind and getting it out into a consumable, binge-worthy type of course content, you'll be able to be a coach, and that's coming on here as well. So that's coming out, and Dr. Kathy Lawson is going to be heading that up. She's doing a great job in pulling that together. Additional product developments. We're going to be rolling out new logic mapping and matching for affiliate interest with new courses for promotion purposes. Why do we do that? Well, when you're coming on as an affiliate, the first thing that you're going to be getting is your onboarding process as you're getting signed up will be a questionnaire. And that questionnaire is going to ask you about different categories that are your primary interest in education and knowledge. See, what we found is this: whatever you're going to be interested in, whatever you're passionate about is what you're going to promote most effectively. So if you put up, in your check-in process that you are interested in fishing, mindfulness, and, computer programming, every time a new course comes up or there's a course curriculum that's in for fishing or those different categories, mindfulness or computer programming, you're going to get the resources, the assets delivered right to you to be able to promote it, including through an online marketing funnel that Ed and James are going to be talking to you about in just a couple minutes. So everything is all set for you. The idea is, as you're, if you're getting information and all the tools put right in front of you, you'll know exactly what to promote and how to promote it and have the tools and resources to do it. It's going to be something that you're interested in. Same thing with learners as they're coming on. So learners will be able to identify, they're going to list the topics that are going to be most important to them. So they'll get alerts every time a course comes out that's new in those particular categories that they may want to check out. So as we get thousands, millions of courses, learners that are out on the platform, they'll at least be getting alerts of, the weekly alerts of here's some new courses that may be of interest to you. This is starting to get into basic marketing. There's nothing super sophisticated about it, but compared to where we are now, it's a lot of sophistication, right? The other things that we're going to be rolling out are language subtitles and captions on translated videos. So right now with the Great Discovery, if you translate your course and you've got it broken down into 15-minute segments, which is a smart way to do it, you translate that and it'll be available in Spanish. But, some people have their volume down. So what we're going to be doing is deploying that in subtitles. You'll have the ability, as you're doing the translation, to turn on captioning or turn it off. So if you translate your English course into Spanish and French and Swahili, and you can say that you want that subtitling right there to be in the local language as well, you can do that. So you have a much more concise, accurate translation tool for your courses as you're putting them up there as well. That's coming out very quickly as well. This is a big one that's coming up, and it's going to change the overall appearance of your greatdiscovery.com website. And it's going to be kind of it's a big shift for a lot of people. But what we're doing is we're bifurcating or splitting the Great Discovery website from a creator and affiliate site to an e-learning site. So in other words, what's going to happen is, and this will be happening quickly as well, when you go to the greatdiscovery.com site, what you're going to see is a shopping experience for courses, primarily just courses, just subscriptions like the AI Genius Club. There will be no reference to an upsell for an affiliate pack or a creator pack. It's just courses, an advanced search functionality to be able to search, identify whatever course that they want. They want to get a Robert Butwin course on networking, they can do that. They want to get, a Renee Rice course on, getting your inner voice back, they'll be able to do that. And they'll go search and be able to pick those courses. It's a true retail e-learning site. However, And the people will still, as they're enrolling, will have the option to be able to select and check the box to become an affiliate as well. And then there's also the secondary site, which is exactly what like we have now, and it will be the greatdiscovery.com/pro. And it's going to be focused on creators and affiliates and enrolling and people that are in business. We're developing a new corporate division to be able to handle corporations and large schools. They'll all be going to that site. So there's the greatdiscovery.com site for learners, primarily courses, then the greatdiscovery.com/pro site for creators and affiliates and business people that want to get behind the scenes into the Great Discovery. Make sense? Okay, so we got a lot more. There's also going to be coming up is a new share button on all courses. So when you are on a course and you see something that you want to share, you no longer have to look for the little icon or know to copy the link. It's all shareable now, but there's a simple share button. You just click it, paste it, and you're done. You can't miss it. Every item on the website will have share going forward. Now, also operations enhancements. One of the things that we do is we're beginning to scale with a global exponential growth on affiliates and creators worldwide and learners. That's going to bring in a lot of languages. How are we going to support them? If you've ever might be able to communicate very effectively in a pre-recorded email or a video, but when you got to talk to somebody, you need some help with your account. What do? Well, we're deploying live phone and chat translation for customer service calls. So when you call into our customer service team and you speak Spanish, you'll be able to communicate with them on the phone in Spanish. Same thing if you wanted to do it by live chat, you'll be able to translate on there as well. Or Thai, or Chinese, or French, or whatever the other languages that are all out there. And the translation, AI translation that we're using for that is really quite phenomenal. It's something that's highly accurate, conversational. You are literally talking to another person, and it's pretty cool. I think you're really going to like it. The other thing that's deploying, and that's what we're going to cut off for this evening, and that is the event calendar upgrade. Now, if you've seen our event calendar, it's on the greatdiscovery.com under the events tab. There's a calendar that's on there. And that event calendar it's got a lot of events on there, but it's not really made, it was never really built for what we're using it for. This is our own home built event calendar. You can click on anything on it. It'll direct you right into that live session. We've got sessions on 7 days a week. I think we've got 25 or 30 live sessions every week on thegreatdiscovery.com. The new event calendar will be able to allow you to copy and click on it, give you more detail as to what that event is. Share that link with others. So if you wanted to share an invite, do it right from the calendar. You can do it right there. You'll also be able to post it so it posts on your calendar with a reminder. So it's all there. You'll get your prompts and get your text notifications, event reminder. You can turn them on or off. You're not going to be bombarded with a bunch of stuff on there. But as you can see, this is just part of the new tools that we're coming on with. The key with it is again, it's the shift from where we've going with. God bless all of you guys for coming in and working through us through that first portion of creator onboarding. And we're going to continue to onboard creators. Trust me, a lot of us, especially in other countries and so forth. But now it's time to get out and start empowering humanity. And that's what phase 3 is all about. So we got one other large section that's coming up here, and that is the sales team enhancements. And so what I want to do to bring that up is I'm going to start off and calling up Mr. Ed Garza. Ed has been working very closely with James Moneypenny, who, as you know, has been promoted as our Executive Vice President of Sales. They've been just working around the clock, really polishing up this, the AI Genius Club, new marketing funnels, tools, systems. Ed is absolutely just a wizard when it comes to these things, and just a sheer gentleman in everything that he does, and an expert in sales and marketing, especially online. So we're blessed and privileged to have Ed and James on the team. So I'm going to bring up and close this window out and call up Ed Garza. And I'm going to sit back and take some notes. Ed?
All right, James, thank you so much. What a privilege and an honor it is to be here on a global stage, because we certainly have a global opportunity here with e-learning platform that is what I call now the gold standard of e-learning, as well as the gold standard for an AI platform that every business on the globe needs. So, I'd like to share some information first, Mark, and I want to give definitely some kudos to James today, because James actually asked the right question today that inspired a lot of us. And, in my book, James praises a lot of everybody. I want to make sure he gets praised today for what he did in terms of asking the right question. Questions have really been an integral part of digital marketing, as well as great presidents have asked questions. Questions open doors for conversation. They open doors for bigger thoughts. Matter of fact, it's been said that the size of your question that you ask yourself determines the size of your result. Think about that for a moment, right? And there's two types of questions you could ask. You could ask an AI, you could ask a genius question that uplifts you, or you could ask a degrading question that degrades you. So the questions that we're talking about here are ones that uplift you, right? Questions that inspire you. So let me share my screen and share what I'm talking about here. There we go. Let's go to make sure we go to the right slide here at the beginning. And let me present in present mode here. Give it a second here. All right, let me go back. All right. So here was the question that Mr. James Penny asked. On our call today, he asked, how can we get the AI Genius Club to go viral on a college campus or university? And I thought, what a great question. And this is genius, James. Students, by the way, are natural fit for this, because in 2024, there was a survey done by the Digital Education Council, found that 86% of students worldwide, not just in the United States, I mean worldwide, we are a global company, right, are incorporating AI into their studies. Notably, 54% of these students utilize AI tools on a weekly basis, while 24% of them engage with them on a daily basis. So let me ask you, it's already happened. There's AI clubs at universities that are starting. There's contests with AI that are starting. There are even some students that are developing amazing AI apps to solve problems such as sign language to text. Incredible things are happening with these young minds. And this is a natural market for us. So this is something that was very interesting to me that James came up with. And I have the privilege to introduce Mr. James Penny, our founding affiliate and our sales vice president for the Great Discovery. I'm going to turn it over to you, James. Thank you for all you do for the Great Discovery, buddy. You are certainly a champion. So let's bring up James now. Where are you, James?
Thank you so much, Ed, for the kind words. And it is a treat and a pleasure to get to work with you. I tell you, I couldn't dream up a better business partner in helping empower humanity through knowledge. And so I'm just going to share my screen and talk a little bit about some college students. And so I have a few questions for you. Is how does it make you feel? And I want you to think about this, true in your heart of hearts. How does it make you feel knowing that underprivileged college students are worse hit by the climbing cost of college education? How does that make you feel? If it's your child, how would it make you feel? And how does it make you feel knowing that most college students are graduating and finding it harder each year to find a job that would ever allow them to pay off their student loans. I mean, think about that. Many of these children are graduating from college with debt that looks like what we used to have as our mortgage not too many years ago. I mean, I truly remember when you could buy a really nice house for not just 100,000, but maybe even 50,000. I've been around this dirt ball for a number of years, here on Earth. But students, especially underprivileged, um, you know, uh, brown, black, even white, underprivileged children, people in poverty, if they have the opportunity to get in college, they are graduating with gut wrenching debt upwards of $100,000 or more. And it's just heartbreaking to me knowing that. And so the next question I would ask you is, how would you feel if you could change all of this? What if you could just, one of my favorite poems is Drop a Pebble in the Water. Drop a pebble in the water and its ripples reach out far, and the sunbeams beams dancing on them may even touch a star. And there's more to the poem too. It's one of my favorite poems, and it's talking about just doing a deed of simple kindness. How far can that kindness truly reach? So, how would you feel if you could change all of this by a very simple deed of kindness? And at the same time, put yourself in a position to grow your business exponentially just by helping out a college student. Empowering and helping a college student win big, you could really pour into the lives of some select college students, and you could provide them some amazing tools for success, things they may need. And especially for underprivileged college students, maybe they just don't have that little bit of extra money that they can get their hands on. And you could even empower them to earn potentially enough money to pay off their student loans instead of graduating with 30, 40, 50, 60, or even 100,000 or more in debt. By them being able to pour into their lives just a little tiny drop into their lives, empower them to not only graduate without debt, but potentially have money to pay for a down payment on their home. I mean, how would that make you feel if you could do that? And we have that power, I firmly believe, in our hands. And so, think about this. A lot of college students, especially underprivileged college students, they don't have a car. So they have to figure out how to get to class in the first place. And then if they were lucky enough to have enough time in between studies to be able to have a part-time job, how are they going to get to that part-time job? And it makes it very tough for college students, especially underprivileged college students, to be able to have that little bit of opportunity that can make a huge difference in their life. So how would it make you feel if you were that one person that could reach out, touch their heart, give them some opportunity? I was thinking about this today. If somebody had have done a little something like this for me when I was going to college, my life would have been, accelerated even further into success. And I'm one of the first persons that's actually going to take action on this new program that we're releasing. So what I want to announce to you tonight is the College Ambassador Program. This is where all of us unitedly, we can all do just a little bit that can make such a massive positive impact into our world. And, a lot of times people, very wealthy people, they do big, grand things and they can brag about it on TV and post publicly about all of their donations and all those types of things. But, you think about it with our group, we have such an amazing group of people. And I know most of you have, and if not all of you have, huge hearts for humanity, and all of you want to empower humanity through knowledge. So united, each of us can do just a little tiny thing, and that could actually become a massive, not just a wave of positivity around our world, but a tsunami of positivity around our world. So I want you to think about, how would you feel if you were part of that? And so here's how the College Ambassador Program will work. I'm asking each and every one of you, just think in your heart of hearts, who's one college student you might know? Maybe it's one of your own children. Maybe it's a family member. Maybe it's one of your friends. Maybe it's somebody at church that you know is in college. And, especially somebody who doesn't have, mom and daddy's credit card and trust fund, and they're trying to make it through college, and they could really use these AI tools because a lot of other students have, finances to be able to get them. And let's say you sponsor just one or maybe more of those students, and you provide them access to the AI Genius Club membership, and you make them the college ambassador. Just let them know you're going to be my college ambassador, and I'm going to be there to help you and support you through your college experience. And I want to see you do great things in your life. Matter of fact, I know in my heart of hearts, you're going to do great things in your life. Just think of the impact of those words to them and the fact that they find somebody who would take a little bit of initiative to help them with their college. Just that alone is huge, I believe. And then show them how they can maintain free access to these tools simply by, being able to introduce them to other college students who need them. I mean, there's tons and tons of them out there who would love our tools, because a lot of the AI tools that are on the market, they're very hard to use. And you pay $200, $300, $400 a month for something that's not even near as robust as what we're offering in the AI Genius Club. And then just show them how, if they can do just a little bit extra work, maybe introduce it to other people that they actually come in contact there at college, more than just the three, and just keep inviting people over time, sharing how much they love this tool. You could truly put them in a position to where they could make a huge amount of money. I wish somebody had have done this for me when I was trying to work my way through college. And then, so what should you get them to agree on? So obviously, you're going to be sponsoring them, and just like anything else, it comes with responsibilities. And here's what I would say that you want to ask of these college students. Your college ambassador is ask them to use the AI Genius tool, provide a written and a recorded testimonial. And Ed and I are going to roll out a tool for you where you just send them a link and they can record a testimonial. Very super simple. And then ask them to act as your college ambassador. Share the good word about these amazing AI tools, how they're helping them with their study. Think about a student that is just jam-packed with classes, and they now have access to these AI tools. Ed and I have shown you how you could write a book with these things. And it's not where, the thing's just writing the book for you. It's where you have to pour your genius into the system, and then it'll help you write the book. And that's going to speed up the process of success for these students. Maybe give them a little bit more time. Actually, maybe give them a little bit more time where they can actually promote the AI Genius Club even more, or maybe have more time with their family. And then ask them to promote the system to as many other college students as they can. And here's the deal. Our dear friend, Dennis Denoya, who has made millions and millions of dollars selling courses on math. You know how he got started? He started giving away free math classes at colleges. Think about that for a minute. He started giving away free classes at colleges to students, and then the word just became viral. And that, my friend, is what we're proposing that we join together hand in hand, heart in heart. And we do here is let's sponsor some college students, give them the tools that they might otherwise not be able to afford themselves, and then get them to promote those. And also on an ongoing basis, you can check in with them and talk to them about other courses on the Great Discovery you'd like for them to promote. The youth really are our future. The youth are our future. They truly are our future. And as a team, we can make that a very bright and powerful future. So I'm just interested, of those of you who are here on the meeting, who of you would be interested in possibly sponsoring a college student? Put a 10 in the chat box if you're interested at all in maybe sponsoring a college student and helping lift up their lives in business. And kudos to all of you. I see lots of 10s hopping in the chat box, and I encourage you, act on that. Think of the college student that you can help today. Think of maybe somebody who is a little bit less privileged than the other people. Reach out to them, make them your champion, make them the ambassador to your college. And you don't have to limit to one, but help at least one. Help at least one student. And maybe after they get their 3 and free, you could help one more. And not only are you empowering them to have the tools they need to really be highly successful in college, but you could truly change the trajectory of their life and help them create generational wealth, both in knowledge and in dollars, that would pass on generations and generations to come. So thank you all for listening to that. I do have one other announcement I'd like to make. Let me go ahead and bring my screen back up here, and I'll show you one other thing that we're going to announce today. So those of you who have been attending some of our meetings, we have taken, we have put together some meetings that are designed to invite people to the Great Discovery.
Mhm.
And so now we have something very, very exciting that we want to announce. And that thing is the all-new Power Hour, the all-new Power Hour. So what's the Power Hour? The Power Hour is going to be Mondays at 11 a.m. Eastern. And this is going to be designed to help you get your business off to a huge accelerated success in the week. It's going to power you up for the week, and it's going to drive tons and tons of invitations out of the marketplace and business to your Great Discovery website. So here's what we're talking about with the all new Power Hour. When is it? Well, it's Mondays, 11 a.m. Eastern. And where is it going to be? Well, check the TGD calendar for the link. I'm not sharing out verbally links anymore. I'm just sending everybody the calendar because I want you in the habit of going to the calendar and also sending people who you're inviting to these meetings to the calendar. Get more people on your website, as many as you can. Here's some of our current successes. Today alone, we had 111 people register on our LinkedIn event for the upcoming business networking, global business networking event that we're having this coming Thursday. That's also 12 p.m. Eastern. 111 today. Today, within 1 hour, we actually did over 10,000 invitations. So there's no telling how many more people that will be registering for that event and attending this coming Thursday. So here's our next goal. We know we can do 10,000 just with the small, well, actually very nice, but relatively small team compared to where we're going with this thing. Our next goal is before the end of this month, we're going to continue having these power hours, 11 a.m. Eastern. And we want to get up to 15,000 invitations every Monday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern. I know we can do it. Ed knows we can do it. And soon you will also know that we can do it. And that's just a drop in the bucket with what we can do together, united, hand in hand, working this thing.
Absolutely. And James, I don't want to say that was incredible. The most incredible thing I've seen, I've done this for big franchises. I mean, franchises. And for them to get to 100 attendees that clicked on that, it takes them weeks to do that.
Yes.
We did it in 1 hour. You want to talk about 10xing our time. So this power hour, guys, not only are you going to learn to do this yourself, but the people here today learned how they could go to a business and show them this and how they could turn them on to the AI Genius community. I mean, it was incredible. It was the most incredible thing I've ever seen in my 30 years of digital marketing, James, just to see the community involvement here. So the more people we can get on this, James, it's going to go viral. I mean, it was super duper exciting today.
Yes, please, please, please get your team members on that meeting, 11 a.m. Monday, 11 a.m. Eastern. We will get it on the calendar. It's not on the calendar yet because we're just now announcing it, but it'll definitely be there within the next day or so for our next Monday meeting. And folks, this is the power of uniting together and locking arms and doing these things together, because there's so much more that we can do together than us working individually. And we're here to support you every step of the way. So together we will have explosive success. There's no doubt in my mind we're already on that path. So with that, Tim, I'll turn the call back over to you, and thank you so much for having Ed and I on.
Sorry guys, I had my mic off. I was going to try to work on my lip sync thing, but you know, have to get that. That is absolutely amazing. I just love what you guys are doing with the you know, college ambassador program. What's really neat about the college ambassador program, when you're sponsoring a college student with this, you know, you're sponsoring them until they get 3, and then you don't have to pay any. They're free, and they're up and making money, and they're growing your network. College students, some of the companies that we've done in the past with colleges, once you take hold, when you get that right momentum going, it becomes unstoppable. That's where virality actually came from, was that age group, that demographic, that those people that are in there. But that also means that it's like, hey, you bring in, not every stud, every dud is a stud, right? So sometimes when you get somebody, they may not really engage, and if they're not engaging, you just go ahead and cancel it. If they're not, that's fine, and shift it over to somewhere else. You're out $59 in the US. If you're sponsoring someone in another country, oh yeah, we're working with Help University and some of the others out there. You know, they're talking like $20 a month to get them up and get going with this, or $30 a month, I think is about the lowest that you can get. They refer 3 and they're free. How many can you do with that? Remembering that everyone that they're bringing in, you're getting paid on. And in fact, you're actually getting commission on your own enrollment. That's kind of sweet. So coming up tonight at the top of the hour, we're going to jump into Q&A. I think we've got a couple minutes for Q&A. But at the top of the hour, we've got Dr. Monica Hinton is going to be doing a live session on her new course, Superhero Confidence. Learn how to channel superheroes to foster self-confidence, resilience, and a sense of identity. If you haven't heard Dr. Monica, stay in for this one. She is absolutely epic. This is a great course, and it's a lead in. I know you guys are going to absolutely love that. Coming up right after that, that's going to be at 9:30 Eastern. Those of you that are starting to see the big deal, and you realize that when you get your course on the Great Discovery, it is going global. We weren't just making this stuff up. Get onto the Course Creator Overview tonight with Dr. Ivanka Farabee. She's going to be coming up at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. Both of these sessions are right here on tgdmeet.com. You'll be able to log in. But hey, we got time for a couple of questions here real quick. Let's see if we can jump up and get those. Anybody that has their questions, and I see Aki has his hand up before the thing was even off. So hi, Aki. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing great, Tim. Just wanted to ask James, because he kept saying 11 Eastern time, but today we did it at 12. So which is 11 or 12?
Yeah, it's 11 going forward. We just used our AI training time today to do this. But going forward, we're going to do a power hour ahead of the AI training, because a number of people, of course, did miss getting to have more really in-depth AI training today like we normally do. So we're adding a meeting ahead of the AI training, which will be 11 Eastern. And thank you for the question, because probably some other people were wondering about that as well.
Okay.
Doctor.
We got Dr. Herbert Harris. Hi, Dr. Herbert.
Hey, Tim. Hey, great program. I just wanted to introduce one of our new persons. She's joining the business, Dr. Najaya Arnold. She saw one of our demo tapes. She's been on fire. Dr. Arnold, I know you're brand new. Did you have any questions?
Yeah, thank you so much for inviting me. I'm really excited about the program. I want to know more about it. The young man that talked to us about the college student and was it 1,000 or 1,500 of them that signed up? I wanted to know, what are they getting from that program? What are they learning or attaining? That's what I wanted to know for them to join and stay.
Yeah, so great question. Thank you, Dr. Arnold, for the question. Number one, they're getting intense training on AI technologies, the greatest of the great. We have over 40 AI apps in the AI Genius Club, and they're going to get training on all of those, both recorded and live training. They don't have to pay anything extra for all of that training. Number two, one of the big things is if they do share it with other students at the college, those other students get to participate in that training as well. And the student that introduces them into the AI Genius Club, of course, they're going to earn that 20% commission on those Genius Club memberships. And that, replicates downline based on, various percentages throughout their entire network. Anyone that, any direct referral or any indirect referral, unlimited number of referrals away, they actually will be paid on those referrals. Then that's the part where I'm talking about, wow, imagine if we could help them earn enough money part-time so that once they do graduate, they can pay that college debt off, not have that college debt. That's really one of the things I think would be amazing.
Yeah, it is. Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Thanks, James, and thanks, Dr. Arnold, for being here today. And we're looking forward to you being a part of this incredible team.
Yes, and I'm looking forward to be a part of it. I'm excited.
Okay, well, we're happy to have you on board. Thank you so much. And we're going to jump over to our next live session.